Speaker. It's now my pleasure to yield 3 minutes to the chairwoman of the Africa Subcommittee of the Foreign Affairs Committee. It's Africa, Global Health, Global Human Rights, and International Organizations Subcommittee. The gentlewoman from California, Ms. Bass, 3 minutes.
The gentleman from California is recognized for 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to strongly support H.R. 432, condemning the attacks on the Sudanese people, peacefully protesting their right to have a civilian-led democratic government in Sudan. The legislation emphasizes a positive and productive relationship between the United States and Sudan and demands significant political reforms and more accountability. The situation in Sudan escalated in December 2018 and has been unstable ever since. The Transitional Military Council used Sudanese security forces to shoot peaceful protesters leaving bodies in the Nile River. They shut down the internet for a month to try and disparage citizens from a united front and block journalists from doing their jobs, a clear violation of freedom of the press. The people of Sudan have the right to assemble and demand that the Sudanese security forces negotiate without being killed or wounded. The international community and its partners must continue to demand that the security forces stop assaulting their own citizens and adhere to the July 5th agreement. The recent attempted coup was a plot to try and deter the agreement, and the Transitional Military Council nor the civilian-led faction must deviate from this process. This agreement is too important, and the future of Sudan is at stake. The agreement would potentially end months of atrocities and gross human rights abuses that have destabilized the country. The negotiated deal would have 5 military council members, 5 civilian members, and 1 civilian member chosen by both parties. The military member would lead the council for the first 21 months and then transition into a civilian-led council thereafter. This is a step in the right direction because both the Transitional Military Council and civilian-led groups negotiated the settlement. I am also calling on the Sudanese Traditional Military Council to immediately open up the internet because it was a clear violation of the freedom of the press. Journalists must also be able to do their jobs and report and write on stories without being intimidated or physically harmed. I support this bill because it encourages the rights and freedoms of all Sudanese people and their right to peacefully protest and assemble and their right to a civilian-led government. I yield back the remainder of my time.